What is up, you guys? It's your girl Jasmine, but just call me Jazz. Okay, as you can already tell by the title of this video, we are going to get into some tips for the first day of nursing school. I'm just going to give you my personal tips that will help you have a very successful day on your first day of nursing school. So if this is what you're interested in, then stay tuned. Wrote down some notes to help me make sure that this video goes very smooth and as professional as possible. So I know you just got accepted into nursing school and everybody's different. You may be all over the place, don't even know what to tackle down first, or you may be very headstrong, very prepared, very organized, and you have everything set for the first day. But whether you are either one of these persons, this video is going to help you regardless. So let's get into it. Be on time for your first day of class. On time meaning if your class starts at 8 o'clock, do not be rolling in at 7:59. That is not on time. On time is being in your seat at 7:45 a.m., books out, ready to go, pen and paper out, everything like that. That is on time. A lot of these tips I could have used myself, but we're not going to get into that. In order to do that, you have to set your night before right so that your morning will be as smooth as possible. So some things that you can do the night before that will help you be to class on time is by ironing your clothes the night before. Iron your clothes, make sure you look presentable, have your shoes and everything out on the bed. Whatever your nightly routine is, do it a little bit earlier. Maybe going to sleep a little bit earlier the night before might be able to help you better prepare yourself for the morning. Having your meals already prepped for that day and packaged in the refrigerator, ready to go, that is a major thing, because I know that for me, I like to eat, I like to snack. Rushing trying to get those things together is going to save you time, and even if it's like 3 minutes, that's 3 minutes that you can be on the road getting to school. Every minute counts in the morning. To me, I feel like the morning goes by super fast. Hair, ladies, especially if you a sister, please have your hair together. If you gotta do braids, if you gotta do a wig, make sure it's pressed, iron, whatever you gotta do for the night before, so that when you wake up in the morning, all you gotta do is, if you have braids, put it up in a bun. I would not suggest having your hair down, because typically people don't like you to have your hair down in nursing at all. If you're in the clinical setting or the hospital, you're not gonna have your hair down anyway. So just put your hair up in a bun if you can, or whatever, just out of your face. If you're doing a wig, slap it on, make it slay, sis, but do it in a timely manner. So those are my tips on hair. If you're natural like me, try to do twists or make sure your hair is pressed. For me personally, I will rock out a puff to the death of me. And if that's not how you want to look your first day of school, then I would suggest getting a silk press or something real quick and easy that you can do on the fly. Make sure you have your backpack prepared. Have your syllabus, your binders, pens, papers, notes, highlighters, whatever. Have all that stuff together. I would suggest for the backpacks, in the beginning, it may not be such a big deal. It depends on your school and how accelerated your program is. You could wear a backpack that goes on the shoulders, but I would suggest investing in a rolly backpack. That's the word I'm looking for. You need a rolly backpack, because if you don't, you're gonna break your back. You have plenty of books to carry. Your clinical stuff, it's just so much easier, so much simpler, and way lighter on your back if you just get the rolly backpack. That is my golden tip for today with that. When you get there, I got some tips for y'all when y'all get to class. The reason why to arrive early is because you don't know how the parking situation is going to be. You don't know how the weather is going to be. You don't know how the traffic is going to be. You don't even know where your class might be unless you already scoped that stuff out before. But just for the what ifs, just come on time. So when you get there, sit in the front. It's always good to sit in the front because you don't have to worry about trying to look over somebody's head if you're short like me. It's just more you're focused, you're right by the board, however the class is set up, you're right by the teacher. Good to sit in the front, okay? Take notes. Whatever the teacher is saying, take notes. Write the schedule down. If you don't have it printed in the syllabus, write your clinical days. Write the days that you may have lab. Like, those are things that you want to write down. Ask questions. Please, for the life of me. I don't care how many people are in the class. I don't care. I just don't care. You need to ask questions the first day of class. There's so much information, they're not going to go over everything. Somebody's going to miss something along the lines. We're all human. So if you think of something, please ask the question, because 9 times out of 10, matter of fact, 11 times out of 10, somebody has the same question as you, and they're just as scared to ask the question. So you be the bold one, you be the proactive one, and ask questions. I always ask questions, and sometimes I think it's a problem, but it's like, if you don't ask, you'll never know. So just ask. These are just tips on how to make your first day less awkward. Try to develop a conversation with someone, whether it's the person next to you or the person you meet in the bathroom on the way on a bathroom break. Just try to connect with somebody. It'll make the day a little bit less boring, because quite frankly, the first day of any kind of class, I don't care what kind of program it is boring, because all you're doing is going over rules and going over what you're going to be expected to do. You haven't gotten into the groove of things. So that'll lighten the mood a little bit by connecting with someone. And you never know, that might be the person that you stick with for the whole remainder of your program. You just never know. Try to eat with that person, or try to eat with another person. Don't eat alone on your lunch break. Again, the same reason, just making the day a little bit better and more interesting. Get at least one number from a classmate. It is very important that on your first day you try to at least get one contact information, especially the teacher. If you are able to get the teacher's number or an instructor of any kind that is pertaining to your program, try to get a contact info. That way, if there's a question that you forgot to ask in class, you have a number to, just go off of or connect with. If you get a classmate's number, you may form a study group, or you may be able to talk about things that you weren't able to discuss in class. You may not get a lot of talking time. It might be a lot of instructors talking for you guys. So it's good to just, have another person that went through the same thing that you went through and bounce off of each other. Those are my wonderful tips. I know they sound very basic, but I promise you, all of these tips are going to help you in a major way. The littlest thing, but it is going to have a huge effect on you, on your first impression with your instructors and your classmates. I hope and pray that you guys listen to my tips, because it definitely helps. It definitely makes you look very professional and very open. So if you guys have any questions, I promise I reply. Please leave any questions down below. Leave any tips that you may have for anybody else that is going through the same thing. I love that. Please subscribe. Make that thumb blue. And I'm going to have a question down at the bottom that I want you guys to answer. So please answer that. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely come up with a few more videos pertaining to nursing school and the journey. The journey is real. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, I just want to say that I love y'all, and y'all the real MVP. What was that, sweetie? Bye.